Heading a manufacturing industry isn't a cakewalk, especially when you're leading it with not 1, 2, but 3 decades of experience. Join me as I welcome Mr. Deepak Acharya, who is the CEO of INOX India, and understand from him the nitty-gritties of the business, strategy, and growth chart. INOX is one of the world's leading providers of customized cryogenic solutions to global customers across the clean energy space, including industrial gases, LNG, hydrogen, and cryo-scientific applications for over the last 3 decades. Its offerings include standard cryogenic tanks and equipments, beverage kegs, bespoken technology, equipments and solutions, as well as large turnkey projects which are used in diverse industries as industrial gases, liquefied natural gas, green hydrogen, energy, steel, medical, and healthcare. In addition, it manufactures a range of cryogenic equipments utilized in global scientific research projects. They are also the largest exporters of cryogenic tanks from India in terms of revenue in fiscal 2022.
Marksman Daily presents C-Suite Conversations.
Mr. Acharya, thank you so much for your presence and giving us your time. Having said that, you work in a very niche industry, and we'll ask you something very basic as what is cryogenic engineering?
Yeah, thank you, Sakshi. Cryogenic engineering basically a science which deals with cryogens which are having boiling point less than minus 100 degrees centigrade.
Okay.
So most of the industrial gases such as liquid oxygen, liquid nitrogen, liquid argon come into this category, and there are a variety of applications of these industrial gases in the industry.
So India is aiming to achieve the net zero emission by 2070. How does cryogenic engineering come into a part of sustainability for India's growth?
Basically, cryogenic engineering is a very important moment in this field now. As you know, Abdul Kalam has said in his India 2020 that cryogenic engineering is one of the most important branch of engineering, and it has variety of applications which are coming up. And we have been dealing with these industrial gases for last more than 30 years. The variety of applications include steel plants, steel fertilizers, petrochemicals, healthcare sectors, and many more. So sustainability is very important into this. Unless and until this is happening, I think we'll be missing something in this world. And INOX India is putting their best effort to see that we are producing the products which are very sustainable. We are in the business of LNG and hydrogen now, so which are the most cleanest fuel in this world. We are also trying for heavy duty trucks which will be running on the LNG fuel tanks, LNG as a fuel, right, which will be helpful for reducing the carbon emissions as well as the SOx and NOx level, and the pollution will be reduced drastically. On the hydrogen sector, we have been producing tanks for hydrogen for the space department since 1999. Hydrogen is used for rockets as a fuel, and we have recently supplied our equipments to South Korea. That will be used for mobility application. So again, if you use hydrogen, the emission is practically zero. So this is how we are helping the industry to go green and reduce our carbon emissions.
So looking at the growth story of INOX India, you've been in the system for the longest. Shed some light on the 4 verticals that you're heading.
We started with industrial gas. I told you this is like more than 30 years. Then gradually we saw a lot of opportunities, especially in the LNG, cryo-scientific, and now recently we have entered into the industrial packaging division. So these are our 4 verticals. On industrial gases, we have variety of equipments for storage, transportation, vaporization, and many more. And the applications are very wide. I mean, you name it, and the cryogenic engineering and these gases are really playing a vital role for the development of this country. On LNG side, we have almost like 15 years before we started our journey, and we have entire gamut of equipments for LNG as a new business. We have like LCNG plants, we have LNG fueling stations, satellite stations, small scale LNG, marine equipments, automotive LNG equipments, and so many things are there into this LNG sector. And this LNG is being a transition fuel now. It is going to pick up very fast in India as it has developed many more things in the US and Europe. So we are very positive about this transition. On the hydrogen side, we have also very good requirements all over the world. We are seeing that hydrogen is going to be the future fuel or the ultimate fuel, I can say, because it gives zero emission. On the LNG side, I told you there are many opportunities, and we are working very hard to see that how we can contribute to this industry. The third important vertical is the cryo-scientific division. This we really, I am very proud to tell you that we work for the second launch pad of Indian Space Research Organization at Sriharikota, and there we made all the ground equipments for the launches. And I am happy to inform you that this second launch pad is now fully operational, and whatever satellites are being going from this Sriharikota is from the system which we provided. Besides this, we have been working with ITER organization for nuclear fusion research experimentation, which is happening at Cataract, France. And we were the only two companies in India who were qualified commercially and technically, and INOX India is one of them. INOX India has acquired a very good reputation in this field as well, and now we are one of the major supplier of these equipments to many of the countries in the world.
So now that we know about the three verticals, why don't you tell us about the sustainable industrial packaging?
Recently in our Sauli plant, which we recently started this unit in a lush green campus of 31 acres, we have started this sustainable industrial packaging division, where we will be manufacturing equipment for storage of beverages, a variety of beverages. It can be syrups, it can be water, it can be beer, so many other applications are there. So this is a state-of-the-art plant we have started with the latest machinery and equipment, and we will be producing initially around 300,000 containers a year, and gradually we will grow up to 1 million containers. That is our plan. And it has got a very good potential in India, Middle East, Southeast, Australia, Europe, America, and so many other countries, as this is one of the considered as the most sustainable packaging product, and it has a life of around 15-20 years.
So as a CEO, decision making could possibly a challenge. What if given a situation an employee comes to you and there has to be a decision from you, either you choose the emotional quotient whereas you choose the intelligent quotient. How do you address those challenges?
So normally decision making at my level, I definitely depend on the data which is available, and maybe by consultation with our stakeholders and maybe the experts in that field. But most of the decisions are taken based on the data, so that it is very easy, transparent, and which can be communicated to all in a proper way, so that there is no confusion in the organization. Definitely there are issues like where the sensitive information is there, and it becomes very difficult to collect that data on that decisions. So several times I use my experience and my knowledge, whatever in that field, so that we give the very quick decisions. The idea is that the work should continue without any hindrance, and that is how we normally try to see that decisions are made faster, they are quickly available to all the employees, so that they don't face any issues while they are working. And this is how we have developed our culture in the organization. Prima facie, our strategies in these businesses are not compromised because of late decisions. That is the whole purpose of it.
My understanding of your experience is that it's been more than 3 decades of you working here. How has the leadership style transformed over time?
Yeah, 30 years before, people were in need of jobs, but now if you see, we are in need of people. That's basic the difference I can say. And the skill sets which are required for such type of industry are getting reduced over a period of time, because we require a lot of people for fabrication, especially the welding and skilled welders and skilled fitters, which is now not readily available. So this is what is the basic problem. Secondly, we require very good design engineers for these to manufacture these equipments. So that is also a great challenge to us nowadays. But nevertheless, we have very own methodology how to do that. We every year take graduate engineers, postgraduate engineers, train them to our requirement, because cryogenic is a very niche market, you can say, or niche area.
That's right.
And ready-made people are not available. So we have to train them. So that is how we have the training facility at our place. On the welding and skill development, we have our own welding school, where we train people every 6 months, almost 25 to 30 students, maybe boys and girls we employ. We give them the stipend, we give them the training, we give them the food, lodging facility. And end of the 6 months, they can either join our organization if we require them, or they can go somewhere else. And happy to inform you that last 6 batches are 100% placed in the industry.
Well, that's
and
great.
that is really helping us to move ahead in this field. But nevertheless, the challenges are many, but we have methods how to can control that and how can overcome such issues.
So when it comes to manufacturing segment specifically, I'm sure there are challenges when it comes to employee enhancement and also getting the skilled labor. Give your insights on that.
Yeah, when we started, it was very easy because very few companies or few industries were there in this field, and a lot of talents were available. But as we have crossed almost like 3 decades, the situation or the scenario has changed. Many of the students are now interested into cryogenic engineering, but they really don't have that skills. So we normally train these students or the boys to suit our requirements, because over a period of time we were just into the industrial gas business. Now we have variety of like cryo-scientific, which requires a very high degree of skills and technological knowledge or engineering knowledge. So that has really changed the whole concept for us, and we take our pride in training them to that level through our experienced staff which we are having. And over a period of time, we have seen that they are capable of handling such a complex projects with us while working with us.
Many brands have growth stories to tell. What is the future plan for INOX India?
The future is very bright for INOX India, I can say, as we are into the clean energy business, and we are especially into the LNG and hydrogen, and these are the future requirements of the industry as well as the whole business scenarios. So we have very ambitious plan, especially for LNG and hydrogen, and we are manufacturing equipments for entire range of LNG value chain, and we are developing products for hydrogen, which is the necessity of the future. Besides that, we are also into the nuclear fusion experimentation work which we are doing. We have a strong team of 400 engineers, so they are also constantly working on designing very efficient products and sustainable products which can help the industry for the future.
So before I let you go from this interview, one wisdom or lessons that you would want to give the youth right now who are wanting to get into manufacturing?
The only one I can say, whatever work you choose, you should work with a passion and devote your time and energy to that work, and enjoy the work while you are on a particular job. Once you start enjoying the job, you will definitely love the job, and that is how is the game changer.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Sakshi.
My conversation with Mr. Acharya has touched upon many facets of the industry, the future trends and many more. It has been an eye-opener, and I hope you've learned a lot from it too. Thank you so much for viewing C-Suite Conversation, and see you in the next episode.